2, ready, go.
First part done really well. Let's play that together. Ready, go.
Oh, Danny. Were you able to break it?
Yeah, not that much.
You were able to break the
I
ice?
broke a hole. I got out a stick that was in there. I pulled it out, and then all the water sputtered, so it was easier to get.
Okay, good. This is probably the coldest morning we've had since we've had goats.
Like I could stand on her. I could stand on a half of it, and then put my other foot up. So, please, you could stand on it? Yeah.
I could get the other one.
Too cold for your wagon today?
You can't sit in an ice cube. You snotty mosh.
The ice.
That's a slushy. It's a cold day. Can you reach?
You have to push me off. Release down.
I got kefir grains out the wazoo. Good? Are we building pillow forts?
Yeah.
Daniel is teething, so he is not sleeping well. He napped for about, what'd you nap for, 15 minutes if that? Luke is reading to the older kids for homeschool, and we're getting some lunch prep. I might need to order groceries. I gotta see if I have what I need for, I'm planning on making a turkey pot pie with my sourdough pie crust and leftover turkey. So I think I might be out of carrots though. Okay, there's a good chance groceries won't be here by lunch, so we might have to do turkey pot pie for dinner and rethink lunch.
I put it where the place right you can't get it. Oh, Dad.
What?
You just get a little bit.
Mommy's feeding her starter.
That's all you get.
I am going to make my hamburger helper. It's on the blog. The recipe for my einkorn healthy hamburger helper. But I'm actually going to use some homemade deer sausage that I made. It's really just ground deer with a bunch of spices. And my jovial einkorn. If you want the exact recipe, it is over on the blog. I'll link it down in the description, or you can just go to farmhouseonboone.com and search hamburger helper. Daniel has mostly graduated from being worn. I don't wear him a ton anymore, but he's teething and he's not letting me put him down. Normally he just kind of crawls around at my feet while I'm cooking and stuff. And I normally just use this for hikes. But this was sent to me by a company called Olives and Applesauce. I really love it. The draw with it is that it has an adjustable panel here on the back, whereas most don't. And so it can fit younger babies, I believe, and then up to larger sizes as well. Will you be happy now? Which of the shapes could be classified as quadrilaterals?
What's a quadrilateral?
4 sides.
4 sides.
So only one of them looks like it would be
Only
right.
rectangle. Isn't parallelogram when it's the same?
I'm gonna say it's when it has one set of parallel sides, right?
Only one set.
All right, nap time round 2. Just put Daniel down. Luke's getting Micah down. And I'm really hoping that this nap goes a lot better than the last. I don't think Daniel even ended up sleeping last time. He could have, but he started crying pretty quickly after. And he has those back, I think they're the 1-year molars, where they're just those teeth that have a lot of gum. And so they're painful. But I do have a few blog tasks to get done this afternoon, so I'm hoping to get a little bit of time. I'm going to record a grocery haul video with the groceries that we got for my Facebook group, our private Facebook group, and then I'm going to photograph the apron tutorial that I showed you recently on here. It's going to go on my blog, so I need to photograph that. So hopefully we get enough time here in this quiet time to get those things accomplished. I thought I'd point out a few things here for you all as well. So we buy tons of cranberries during this season because I don't know how your grocery stores are, but we only can get them around this time, and we love the cranberry sauce. I think I've made probably 10 packages worth of cranberry sauce already, and I'm just gonna keep making it until they sell out. Toward the end of the season, my sister Laura always buys the rest of them and then just freezes them, so that's an idea as well. But stay tuned, because later this week I'm going to be making a winter cooking video where I'm going to share a bunch of winter cooking ideas. So I did get a lot of ingredients for that as well, and so that'll be coming, I think when this video comes out, it'll be later this week. Okay, I'm sitting down to edit the photos I just took. Daniel did not sleep better. His teeth are really bothering him, and so he actually is already awake, and Luke just has him because he slept for about 20 minutes, which doesn't work. So I wanted to really quick share a hack with you if you are trying to create any content for Instagram or a blog. This is my secret hack on how I get photos of myself. I don't have a photographer. I don't usually even ask anybody for help in my family. Here's what I do. I set the camera up and I set all my settings, so I'm really a big advocate for shooting in manual mode because it does make better photos. And I put on the tripod, I set it to video mode, and then I just video myself and then screenshot the best images, and then I pull the screenshots into Lightroom and edit them. So this works perfectly for Instagram or blog photos. Of course, the photos aren't high res, but they are perfectly high res enough for those applications. And I find that I get really good photos because, like, if I'm working with a kid or something and you need to catch just that perfect moment, and you always shoot when the kid isn't smiling or looking at you cute, I'll overlay a few photos here where I use this method, and some of the best photos I have of me and my kids comes from this. So what I'll do is I'll just set the camera up. If it's a vertical photo, which normally it is, I put it on the tripod vertically. And if you have a flip screen out, you can even see what's going on. I don't normally use the camera that has the flip screen because it's not as nice as my other one. And screenshot. All right, so let's see what we got here. I'm gonna show you this in action. Let's see, and just know that I definitely look like a huge dork when I'm doing this, but I can typically find one where I don't. I'm always like a dork to myself, but maybe one to where I don't to the average person. So I just go Shift Command 4 on a Mac. That's what you do. Then you grab the screen, and then like a close-up here. You have to hold still enough while you're doing this to where you're not there like that, to where you're not blurry. I'm gonna do a whole lot more, but I'll take these and just to show you, I'm just gonna drag those into Lightroom. Then I just go to Photo, Rotate Right. I'll add a filter or edit it in some way. Can't decide between this one and this one. I know Daddy has them. No, he's not. He's not happy. He needed to sleep longer. Okay, if you want to see how these photos ended up turning out, you can go to farmhouseonboone.com and search for waist apron, and then all the ones that I end up finally editing and uploading will be on there. So you can check that out. And this is just a good hack if you want to, even for just family photos, it's a hack that you could do. All right, what do we got here?
Well, you see that part of the...
Basically, if one of us lifts it up, the other one
Thingy.
screws on the nut. That's what's going on. Am I the lifter? I'm sure I'm the screwer on her.
I would think it'd be the screwer on her. I probably could have just jacked this up myself. I could put it on a jack or something and then it would have held up there.
I'll try it. What are your parents doing? Danny, what are your parents doing, huh? Danny. We're finishing up a little bit of our math that we didn't get to this morning, and Luke took Daniel on a run because he was so cranky he will not sleep. He just texted me a picture that he's asleep in the stroller, so that's good.
I'm judge.
You're the judge?
It looks good. Have to see
You need to see if
how
it
it
tastes
tastes. Looks very scrumptious. Actually, I don't know yet. I have to eat the whole. I have to eat all of it.
good. Looks pretty scrumptious. Who else wants some?
I'll do that.
Oh, is that her or is that someone else? That's a cow, but I don't think that's our cow. Yeah, that's the bull. So the babies are gonna be small because this is a mini Jersey, and then Junie's a regular Jersey. It's like way too dark to see. I can see in real life, but you're real cold. Here comes Guapo. It's way too dark to see Guapo. Where did you guys put Junie? Is she way out there?
No.
1 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, it is bedtime now. Usually the way we run it is I nurse Daniel and put him down.
By that, you know,
Well, yeah.
well, basically,
That's how we run it pretty much every night.
Yeah.
And then Luke reads Micah a book. The boys brush their teeth and get their jammies on, and then we meet up here in their room after I put Daniel down and we read a book. So we are working through the Action Bible currently. The girls during this time do the dinner dishes and then chores, which right now Luke's mostly doing the goats because it's so cold. But yeah. Guys ready to read our book?
Yeah.
Why don't you find our spot? All right, Daniel's already crying. He's really struggling today with his teeth. So I'm gonna run up there and nurse him again, but I am going to come right back down. I'm putting together an outline for a podcast tomorrow. I've been having on guests lately on my podcast, Simple Farmhouse Life. So if you haven't yet looked up my podcast, you can find it on all the places like Apple, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere. But tomorrow I'm super excited. I'm having on Abby from M is for Mama over on Instagram. She's a mom of 10. I've been asked by a lot of people a lot of questions about how you get through the baby years, the toddler years, and not just survive them, but enjoy them. And I felt like she'd be the perfect person because she has 10 kids. She just had twins. Her perspective is always really just different. It's refreshing. And so I'm like, I'm gonna have her on to talk about that because I feel like she's really qualified. We could all learn something. So I'm putting together an outline and I'll be recording with her tomorrow. It'll probably come out around the same time as this. So you can check my podcast for that. All right, well, thank you for following along with us on our day.